surprise. Oh, first off, this is Sue Erickson, the Soggy Stamper. It's a Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock, and I'm back from vacation, and I'm excited to share with you this special Fancy Fold card. So we will get started right away. Thank you for those who have tuned in to watch. Hi, Trish. I welcome those who might sign on or watch this video after I am no longer live. Be sure to leave comments and I will answer them when I get finished, because I am not very good at watching for comments as I'm doing it. So let's get started. So I saw a card like this that on the Stampin' Up! Demonstrators website, or a Facebook group, that is that Levon Schwindeman had made, and she had gotten it from a video by another demonstrator from England who had gotten it from still another person. So this is a long story on how this came about. But this is the card, and this very special thing about it is the secret surprise. When you open it, look at that. You have a 3D vase. When you close it, it all lays flat. You open it up, and there is that very cool vase. I just really like this. And I'm using one of my favorite stamp sets and designer series papers, the hand-penned ones, for this card. So what you will need for the card is a standard piece of cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5, that you will fold in half. Pardon the dogs, Ron's out and away, and the dogs are having a good time barking at something in the neighborhood. They have the best hearing, and I would like to sometimes wish that they were deaf. They're only deaf when I call them. I suppose, imagine you guys have dogs like that too. So this is the card base. And then I have 2 pieces of pale papaya. These are 5.25 by 4, which will be a layer. I have a piece of, hold me just a second. Hey, come in. Hey, come here. You guys, come here. Be quiet. We'll see how long that holds up. Anyway, piece of designer series paper. This is 5 by 3 3/4, which we're going to put on the front. This is, hold on a minute again. Where are my notes? This strip, which is what I'm going to use for the vase, is 2.25 by 5 inches. And then I have a piece of white that is 5 by 3 3/4 to go on inside here. I pre-cut a piece of vellum with the one of the encircled in beauty dies. This one makes a lovely thing, lovely background. And I was going to stamp directly on this. I did on my sample one, but when you put this against the designer series paper, the stamping didn't show up very much. So I cut out a piece of white cardstock using the third in out from the smallest, this one of the circle dies. Not that one, had to be this one. Okay, so yeah, there's the smallest, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I actually numbered my dies in the order of size so that if I was doing a tutorial, I could say, use the number 4 die. Then for the mechanism, we have a strip that is 2 inches by 1/2 inch, and we have a strip that is 3/4 of an inch wide and 3 7/8 inch long. Stamp set is the Hand-Penned Petals for the flower, and I have already stamped that. And colored it because that takes a little bit of time, and the purpose of this tutorial or this video is not to show you how to do coloring. But so I already did that and cut it out with the Hand-Penned Petals dies. But I'll show you the coloring of it. Love my blends, I love them. So I used the light and the dark of Calypso Coral for these flowers. I used the light and the dark of the Soft Succulent for the leaves. I used the light Balmy Blue for the blue flowers, and the dark Mango Melody for the centers of the flowers, and then I accented the dots with the light Basic Black. So, and the other thing I did with this, since when you open the card, the vase curls up, I curled with a bone folder this piece so that it would kind of curve around with the vase. So the first thing I'm going to do is put my designer series paper and layer the outside with, using seal. Have any of you guys tried the Stampin' Seal Plus? I understand that it's a series of little rectangles, and I have a feeling that it works better. It's stronger, I know, than the Stampin' Seal. So I just bought a thing of it this week to try it out and see if it works better. Okay, so I'll put on the rest of it after I get finished with the card. So this goes on the inside. to do a little bit of stamping on the white portion of it. Need to stamp first before I stick it down, because oftentimes I make a mistake. Oop. Leaves and the flowers. Such pretty leaves and flowers. Okay, and I'm going to stamp the flowers with clips of coral. Now this is one of the distinctive stamps. It has little green little cross hatches on it. It's supposed to be good for giving detail. I'll check it first here. And because I don't want it quite as dark as that, I'm going to stamp it off once. My ink pad's not exactly the right amount of ink, so that's kind of a smudged image. But that's the way it is going to be. And one more little set. This is all from, put those flowers right there to make a little bit of an adornment. These are designed, these stamps are designed to fit within, excuse me, to fit within this one. That doesn't show you very well. Get the stamp set. They fit into this to color this. So this stamp fits in here. This little one fits in here. This one fits into this set. This one goes here. And these two would go like here and here. So it's a two-step stamp set. Okay, then for the leaves, I'm using the soft succulent. And if I don't stamp it off, they are quite dark. Well, I guess that is good enough. So I'm going to just scatter some leaves around. To add a little bit more color. I'll show you, if I stamp it off once, we'll have a nice softer one there. And the last thing on this is I'm going to put a little greeting that says, oh, that's not it. Oh, here it is. You're the best. I'm not going to even try to get it centered. What I can do, if I want to, is I can stamp on the grid paper and see how well it's lined up with the grid. It actually looks like pretty good. However, I'm going to be artistic and put it at an angle. So now I can go ahead and put that finish off the inside of the card. I did not get this cut very straight, it looks like. Try this again. Well, that looks pretty good. Okay, so now let's go on to the mechanism. This piece of paper, we are going to score at 1 inch on each end, on the short ends. And on the long end, let's see. At 3/4 of an inch. And the same on the other side. Okay, so you've got score lines. These going lengthwise here, shows up better here. These, we aren't going to fold on them. What we're going to do is on one end, we cut this, the outside squares, off. And on the other end, we cut off the middle rectangle. On the score lines. So you end up with a piece like this. Okay, so next step is this long piece, and we score 3/8 of an inch on one end of it. So there's 3/8. And bend it down. Now to have the mechanism, because this is a moving mechanism, it's best to use tear and tape. I imagine that the Stamp and Seal Plus would work well too. So you put that on one there, and then on so this folds back, and the way it's going to work is I need to trim that better. Cutting on, for me, cutting on the score line is always a little tricky because I'm never quite sure where. Okay, so this is going to fold back like this. Nope, like this because of the way I want it to go. So this glues on to here, like so. So we'll put some tear and tape on this side. Trusty, take your pick. If you don't have one of these, you should have one. They save a lot of time when picking off these paper liners off. Come on. Right. Yeah, there we go. So that goes onto the tab of the DSP. Like that. Nope, not like that. I did this last time too. Put it on the wrong side. Put the sticky tape on the wrong side. Come on. Okay, so we're stuck with this. Okay, so that goes on the tab there. My problem is I put the sticky tape on the wrong side on this one. Okay, so sticky tape, tear and tape on that side of the one end and on, I guess, both ends. Okay, so I'll have to put some more on here. Okay, So now it's time to put this into the card. So this is what you have. You have, it looks like this with the sticky tape on that side. This tab folds back and this folds over like this. And you take the sticky tape off, the liner off this. And position it so that this is just slightly above the bottom, and this edge is just right at the fold without interfering with the fold. Make sure it is straight as possible. And then fold the card shut, and it'll be across like that. Okay, now this little short piece, that's a 1/2 inch by 2 inches. Again, put sticky tape. It's going to go on here to stabilize this edge of the vase. So we'll put a couple of pieces of sticky tape on each end. But be careful to not have it too wide so that this is not free to move. Trim this up a little bit. There. Oh, come on. So it just goes right over that tab like that. And that's still free to move, see? So it moves like that. Okay, so then you pull it over. And again, sticky tape on these tabs. Okay, so you fold those tabs under and close the card. Before you stick them down. Okay, let's close. And then you stick them down. And then when you open the card, voila, your vase opens. Forces it to go out. Yay! A little bit fussing, but it works. Now to add my flowers to the vase, I stamped these with the gray granite ink because I didn't want the strong black background or outline, so I did it with gray granite to make it a little bit softer. And like I said, I used a bone folder to slightly curve this so that it would conform more to the vase. And I'm going to use multi-purpose liquid glue to fasten these on. There it comes. A little bit on that one. Like the leaves are hanging over the edge of the vase. Be careful that you don't get glue on the back side of the vase or the back side of the bouquet, because it will stick when you open it. Okay, so now when we open the card, there. I love it. This is so much fun to open and shut it. So that part is finished. Now for the front of our card, I have the basic white circle, and I have the filigree doily type thing that I cut out of the vellum cardstock. And we have to stamp our greeting. I really like this stamp set, Encircled in Friendship. Here's the one I used on the inside, You're the Best. And I love this. In a world where you can be anything, thank you for being kind. I think that is just great. Other things are, each day is a little brighter. Or because of you, each day is a little brighter. You're in my thoughts. Just a note to let you know that someone thought of you today. And then there is You're the Best with heartfelt thanks. So they all work together very nicely. And this stamp set fits very nicely into the largest of the encircled in beauty. So this stamp set fits nicely right into there. And a single flower would fit nicely in this one. This You're the Best goes nicely into this small one for the circle. And this one also works for just a note to let you know that someone thought of you today. So these go really nicely with the stamp set. You can cut out, okay, where is it? This design, and you can cut it completely out, Or if you wanted to, you could just cut out of the cardstock without this and have in the center, you would cut out the center here and the pieces, you know, so that you had the design, but it would still be, the full piece of cardstock would still be there. So it's a very versatile set. And I'm going to use the soft succulent stamp ink for my greeting. One thing about stamping in circles, you don't have to worry too much about being straight, because you can twist it. Okay, to a world where you can be anything, thank you for being kind. Going to adhere that to this with some Stampin' Seal. And I am going to try to line it up perpendicularly. To the doily. And I am going to pop that up with Stampin' Dimensionals. And I like to use every bit, even the edges. Of the dimensionals. No sense wasting that. Put that in the center. And we have to have some bling, right? Everything has to have some bling. One thing or another, kind of embellishments. These are the 2021, 2023 in color jewels. They come in the polished pink, the soft papaya, the fresh freesia, and the soft succulent, and then the evening evergreen. And I'm going to put some right across the top there. One of the big ones. For just a little bit of embellishment. And two of the little ones. Come on. Oh. Get down there where you belong. Like that. And stamp on the back with your name, or write your name in there because you are an artiste and you need to sign your work. So there we have this wonderful pop-up vase card, ready to send to somebody special. This video will be up on my website, on my YouTube channel this evening, and so you can go visit it there. It's the Soggy Stamper is my channel on YouTube. If you need any of the supplies, you can order them from my store, Creations by Sue at StampinUp.net. My blog is www.soggystamper.com, and I'll put the dimensions and stuff like that on my blog. I'll get that post done today too. If you have any questions, email me at sue@soggystamper.com or give me a call, 907-401-0192. I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll talk to you again next Friday at 3 o'clock. Come watch and see what else I will find for you to do. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.